it up and it'll lock into place. Now to check the oil and that sort of thing, you take this door out, just turn the little knobs up here 90 degrees and it comes right out. You guys live, oh, you live up in Olympia, that's right. This is a company here locally that works on generators, but if you know, it's a good idea to find somebody up in your area that does work on Onan generators if you need any service. Generally, they are very reliable as long as they get used on a regular basis. Because these are expensive to service and replace, a lot of people tend to coddle their generators. They say, well, we don't want to use it too much, we don't want to wear it out. Generators are workhorses. They're designed to run, and work. So don't be afraid to run this thing for long periods of time. You can run this 24 hours a day if you want. The only thing is you have to shut it down every 8 hours to check the oil. But it can literally run 24 hours a day. That's what they're designed to do. Actually, the worst thing you can do for the generator is just run it for a few minutes at a time. What happens is people go, well, we want to pop some popcorn. So they turn the generator on, they pop popcorn for 3 or 4 minutes, they shut it down. It's kind of like driving your car. It's like if you take short trips around town, it's really hard on the engine because nothing ever really warms up. Same thing with your generator. If you have to start the gen to pop some popcorn or heat up some oatmeal or whatever, let it run for 15 minutes or 20 minutes. All you're going to be doing is charging your batteries. That's just going to get your batteries charged up and everything, and it's just much better for the generator in general. The other thing Onan recommends you do if you're not using the generator for extended periods of time is to exercise it once a month for 2 hours with a load on it. And the manual will tell you how to do that.
Oh, okay.
Okay? The dipstick for the oil is right here. You want to make sure the coach is pretty level when you check the oil, because if it's off level, you can get an inaccurate reading. You'll notice when you take the dipstick out, the oil kind of comes up into the neck of the fill there. So what you want to do is clean it off, stick it back in, and thread it all the way in. And you can see, since we're kind of off level here, the oil is almost coming out of the fill there because we're a little off level this way. Screw it all the way in, pull it back out, and check it. And it should be between the 2 marks there, which it is, obviously. It's plenty full. You can start and stop the generator from out here using this switch here. Now, before you start it, if it hasn't been run for a while, you want to push in on the off side of the switch like so. And after a few seconds, the light's going to light up. That's going to turn the fuel pump on, and it's going to prime the carburetor. So you hold it in for about 15 or 20 seconds, and if it's not real loud like it is here, you'll be able to hear the motor running in there. Let go of it, and then hit the start side. If you are having issues with the generator, this light will flash, and there's a little readout over here that says if it has a rapid flash, that means you overcranked it. You cranked it too long, and that's bad for the starter. So you want to let it sit for a little while before you try to restart it. 3 flashes means service required. I'm sorry, 4 is overcrank. And then it's when it's flashing rapidly, that's when you're cranking it. So if you overcrank it, it'll flash 4 times. Now, if you start it from out here, you want to shut it. You want to put the door back on as soon as possible. You don't want to run it for more than a minute or so with this door off, because the door routes the cooling air over the generator the proper flow.
Okay.
If you have that door off, it's not going to cool correctly, and you're going to overheat the engine. That's the worst thing you can do for a generator. The only thing that keeps your generator cool is oil and air. There's no coolant like in your car. A couple other things you want to know about out here. There's a little breaker down here which will trip if you put too much of a load on the generator. If you have the AC running, you got a coffee maker going, you got a toaster going, a bunch of stuff running, you could overload it and it'll trip that breaker. Now, if you're in here cleaning or doing whatever you're doing, servicing it, if you accidentally bump that breaker, it trips very easily. So if you're not getting any power, come out and check that breaker and make sure it didn't get tripped. Put our door back on. Just push in on the top, latch it down, you're good to go.